So this is our new shop. It's a 12 by 24 foot building. We just got it delivered out here. Of course, it's like one of those portable buildings you see everywhere. So this is what it looks like on the inside. What I'm going to do, we got it set up so we can see our yard and everything out here, but what I'm going to do is have the sewing table here with the couple sewing machines. The table will kind of wrap around up here, so the bigger, longer fabric like the tarps and hammocks and stuff, I can kind of keep them off the floor. You know, I'd have room here to put them and then sew them right here, and the table will wrap around over there too. And we'll have a few machines set up there. That way I don't have to keep switching back and forth depending on what I'm doing. This over here is going to be storage in that room. And also when I'm seam sealing a tarp, I can put it in there to be out of the way, hung up. Up there is going to be storage for my backpacking gear. We're going to block that off up here. And then this would be some extra storage. We're going to block that off too. And they'll have a ladder going up, you know, to get inside. There'll be a ladder going up there. But the edge of it, front edge of it, will be blocked off. That way we don't have to constantly cool and heat those areas. And I'm going to put a ceiling fan up here, and right over here, from somewhere over in here, there'll be a hanger here on the wall and another one over there. That way I can hang a hammock inside the house where we're in the back bedroom where we've always done all this stuff. We have some hooks to hang up the hammocks while we're building them, but they won't support any body weight. These will. If I needed something to support body weight, I've always had to use those 4 poles down there. So now I can do it depending, you know, it doesn't matter what the weather's like. I can still do that. And plus I'm planning on promoting more locally, so then somebody could actually come out and try out the hammock, and it doesn't have to be a nice day, you know, it doesn't matter what the weather's going to be like. This in here is a double barn door, but that's going to be kind of sealed off. I'm not planning on using that. And like I said, this would be storage and stuff. And that's it. That's the shop. These little tables here, they're coming off. Don't need them. And as far as the building itself, so it originally, you know, it would have came with doors like that, but a single door here. But I had them put in a regular door, just so it seals up better, looks better and everything. And then over here on the way they did the building, I wasn't here when they did it, but see the stuff like how these blocks set off here. I mean, out here, out front. Because it's so high off the ground, I don't want all that cold air going in there, and the floor will be cold in the winter. So I'm going to seal it off. But the way they put these blocks, I'm going to have to find a way to raise up this building and get them moved back. And this is just a set of stairs we had around for my wife's camper. I got to build a set of stairs. But yeah, I wish they wouldn't have done that. This sticks out way past the building here, so that's got to be moved in. I don't know, I got a high lift jack for my Jeep. Maybe I can lift it up a little bit at a time and move it or something. Not really sure how it's going to do it. I went with light brown shingles to keep it a little bit cooler in the summer. And that there is just some of the stuff. I don't normally talk about money or anything, because it, first of all, whether it's my money or somebody else's money, I always think that's kind of private. But just in case somebody's wanting to build something like this for some kind of shop, it's a 12 by 24. I got 9,000 in the building, and then by the time I get to insulation, wiring, air conditioner, the interior walls, all that stuff. It's going to be well, I spent about another $4,000 for that. So by the time the shop's all said and done, it'll be about 15,000, close to it. So we got we're going to do all the work. We're going to do all the wiring and everything, which involves digging a trench to the house over there. I'm just going to rent a trencher for that. So that's where some of that 15,000 comes from, because I still got to rent a trencher, and I still got to, it's going to be a couple $100 for the wire to run from the building to the house and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to put a motion light. It's white and it kind of matches the trim of the building. I'm going to put a motion light there, and then I'm going to put a dusk to dawn floodlight thing up here to light up this area where we park our trailers and stuff. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to give you that initial look. I got a lot to do. It's already 2 o'clock on Saturday. I hope to have all the interior wired by Sunday evening, and then I'm taking a 4-day weekend next weekend and try to finish everything up. So a total of like 5.5 days to get it all done. But that's it. I just wanted to show you the initial work before we start it. I got to get all this stuff unloaded, and there's my flooring and air conditioner, insulation, interior wall stuff, and all that good junk. I'm gonna get all this stuff unloaded. We're gonna put it in this back room here for now, and then get started on building. So we're starting to get some stuff done, starting to getting the outlets in. These outlets here are going to be underneath the table for the sewing machines, and the ones above the table will be just for like a phone charger, or, you know, whatever random thing. And then I got random outlets down through here, and the lighting in here. There's going to be 2 more boxes up here, and got my light up there for above the table. There's going to be one of these fluorescent tube lights. One's going to go on that side of the box, and the other is going to go on that side of the box. And then our air conditioner and heater is going to go right here. So trying to get everything in the building so we won't have to do this when we're done for the night, get it in and out of the weather. But it's kind of hard to work around, you know, a bunch of junk laying around. Oh, and the box. It's a 100 amp box. It's going to be right there. It's an outdoor box, but and we were originally going to have the building facing the other way, so the box would have been on the office side, and I didn't really want it in there making everything look bad with that big box in the way. So when we decided to get the building facing this way so we could look out the windows to see the yard, instead of having this outside, I'm just going to put it inside here. All this room's going to be used for storage and some area to let some tarps hang to dry, seam seal to dry in and stuff like that. But that's it. So we didn't start on this until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when I got here with all the materials, and then we had to unload that. So it was after 2 before we got started. But the hope is to have all these boxes wired and all the light boxes wired and everything today, and then that way we can start running the installation tomorrow, and start working on the interior walls tomorrow too. So I'm out here the second morning. Yesterday we didn't get much done because we started so late. Got the wires ran for this side where the sewing table is going to be at and everything. Still got to hook the outlets up. And we had a piece that was supposed to make the ceiling fan longer. Ceiling fan's going to go up there. And had a piece that was supposed to drop it down so it would clear the rafters, but it didn't. So I'm going to have to make a box up there to lower it down. That's something thought I might have to do was, but hoping I wasn't, my light there for the outside the door. I thought I grabbed a motion light, but I didn't, so I got to take that back. And I also forgot there's plastic things you can put up here between the rafters that allow the air to flow through, to escape up there in that vent there in the peak. And it also I've always heard that if you put insulation directly against the ceiling, it traps heat there, and then your shingles and stuff wear out a little faster. But forgot to get those plastic things, so whenever I take that light back, I gotta get those back. And I painted the trim around the windows where that exposed 2x4s were, and then I went ahead and painted up here. We're using white melamine board for the interior walls, but if they come out just a little bit off, at least that white paint to be there to kind of hide it. And I got all the outlets and light switches and stuff. They're all done. I mean, all in place. I just gotta run the wires to them. And I screwed up here, right up top. If you can see that wire that runs along, I should have drilled it through those rafters. I don't know what I was thinking, just putting it on top of that ledge, but I got to take that out because we're going to use that same white melamine board to do the inside of the roof here once we get the insulation up. And that wire is going to be in the way when the melamine sets down on that. So luckily it ends right here at the switch. So I can just pull those staples out, drill the holes in it, and then run the wire back through and then down to the switch. So that's not too bad. But yeah, yesterday, like I said, I didn't get home with all this stuff till after 2 o'clock. And then by the time we unloaded everything and stuff and kind of came up with a plan, it was, didn't get much work. And then once it got dark, got no electricity out here, so couldn't get much done. All I did after it got dark was started wiring a couple of these plugs, and then I just kind of gave up, waited till this morning. But that's it. We're trying to keep all the 2x4s and that fan and the trim pieces for the melamine up in the attic out of the way. We already got enough stuff to work around. And I think today the biggest project, I'm going to work this morning on getting these outlets done, and my wife's going to start insulating. The big thing is for us is if we can get this finished, then we can start working on the table. That way one of us could be working on building that custom table, and then the other could finish wiring, insulating, whatever. And one of the reasons we want to get a big start on early start on that table is my wife's going to be making the legs for it. She's going to be making them with her wood lathe. So got to get all the measurements right, find out where and how many legs we need for it, and so she can get started on that while I'm at work this week. And but one of the other big projects we got is we got to block and brace all this up, kind of the same way like a window is, or a door or anything, to be able to put that big old air conditioner in there and heater. That thing weighs a ton. I wasn't expecting it to be that heavy, but that's one of the big projects we're going to try to get done today. Get that air conditioner in place, and then wire an outlet for that, a 220 outlet. And but that's it. We're going to get started on this here soon. I'm gonna go in and eat some breakfast and then get out here and go to work. But do what I can while I'm waiting on the sun to come up. And yeah, today the plan still is, I'm gone Monday through Friday, so the plan is to get this all wired So this weekend, this week, my wife's gonna get a trencher and run the trench from the house to the building. So when I'm taking a 4-day weekend this coming weekend, and today's Sunday, and we're gonna, that way if we have everything in here, I gotta get the box put up here on the wall. Get everything in here, all the wiring done in here. Then all we got to do is connect it whenever I come home Friday, connect it from this sub panel to the main panel in the house. And then we'll have electricity. And then we can spend that 4 days trying to get everything else finished. A lot of work. And then here's my flooring. I don't know if you can see a good picture of it now with it in the cellophane. We've used vinyl flooring like this in our kitchen about 12 years ago. You don't have to glue it or anything, you just lay it out, and we've had it in our kitchen for about 12 years and it's worked great. So I got that, and then the ceiling fan is upside down right now, but the blades that you will see, the side of the blades you will see, they're gray. So what I did for the window sills and the window covering here, I got these blinds, and I got some, these are all gray, and when I bought them they cut them to size to fit. So anyway, gotta go eat breakfast so I can get started. And I ended up, I don't know, these are the LED shop lights that's going to be up here. We're going to have 2 that hang up there. That's another thing. Well, I want to get this whole corner here finished. This insulated and the interior ceiling there done, and those lights hung and all that kind of stuff. I want to get that done today. But a lot of work, a lot of work. So it's the end of the first full day. Yesterday, Saturday, we got such a late start, didn't get a lot done. But got this insulated, got the wall up on the ceiling. It's all dirty, we still got to clean it. All that melamine, the dust when you cut makes pretty dirty, and it sticks to it like static. But gotta get that clean. Got the light switch up there for the LED lights that go above the sewing table. Got all the outlets in place. This is all insulated. Got the curtains or blinds up there, and over here and on the door. And I don't know if you could tell, they're gray from the light, but my wife convinced me to paint the wall gray. This wall here, the rest of the stuff's gonna be white, but the flooring's gray, and the fans on the ceiling fan are gray, and the blinds are gray. So having a gray wall. Got the air conditioner all fitted in, cut a big hole. Still gotta get it wired, and she got a lot of the wiring back here done all the way across over there, so that wiring's done, and part of this room is insulated. So I'd say there's a lot of progress for 1 day. And we changed our mind. The ceiling fan was going to be up there. It's going to hit the blades on the rafters. We were going to drop it down and make a little box there, but instead of doing that, I cut these boards here, and they're going to go across from here over and just make like a channel up through there, so it's all the same height, and then allow more heat to escape and stuff up there through the vent too. So that works out good, but it's a lot of stuff for 1 day, and a lot of it was time consuming stuff, getting all the wiring and sockets and figuring out about the air conditioner for the hole for that, all that good stuff. And I think it's a lot of progress for 1 day though.